I've come out tonight to the centre of Lincoln and I've got my Olympus EM1 Mark II with the 45mm lens on just to take some pictures. The truth is, I've not really been out taking any photos for a week, 10 days. It's been a bit disappointing. And if I'm honest, I've lacked a bit of motivation. I've not really wanted to come out, and just pushing myself tonight to come out has been really hard. It's dark, it's cold, and it's just really been hard to get myself off the armchair, get out of a warm, cosy house and come out taking photos. But that's exactly what I've done. I've pushed myself and I'm going to take some photos and show you the process I'm using to take them with this 45mm lens. My idea was to come and take a photo of Pottergate Arch from this side, thinking it might be lit. Unfortunately, it's completely dark, so I can't do that. So I am going to go to the other side of Pottergate Arch and try to take a photo from that side. I quite like the cathedral's purple, but because I'm using my 45mm lens, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the arch in and the cathedral. For this first image, I've gone 1.3 seconds. I've just overexposed. It depends on the light. And I've gone for f3.5. I've got a 2-second timer. I'm going to take that now. Cars are coming left, right and centre. And I've got some light trails in. There was a bus passing by, which was a bit annoying. I've gone for matrix metering. And yes, that's fine. I think that's going to be all right. I'm just going to try and wait for a gap in the traffic and try and take another one. And we'll see exactly how this comes out. So as that car's just going to go around the corner, I'll press that now. Well, no, just as it's going now, I'll press that button now. Hopefully that'll clear. 1.5 seconds. Let's have a look at that now, see what that's like. As I said, I'm really struggling for motivation at the moment about getting out with my camera. But I do know the only way to improve that is to just get out and do it. It's a bit of a funny thing to say, really. It's like anything in life. If you're scared of doing something, or if you have a thing to do, then the only way to do it is just crack on and do it. It's like, climbing a mountain. To climb the mountain, you've got to take a step, one step at a time, and eventually you'll get to the top. And you can rest, but you've got to keep going. So I decided to come up this pathway up towards the Cathedral Quarter, the other side of Pottergate Arch, and unfortunately that lamp's out, which is a real shame. But right through the archway up in front of me, the lamp is on, and I think that might work with my 45mm lens. So I'll set the camera up and try and get that lamp through the archway. So once again, I got really low with the camera because I want to look up towards the lamp, and I want a bit of space between the top of that archway and the lamp. I've gone for a 15-second exposure. This is, in fact, I'm going to change that to f4. F4, 15 seconds, ISO 200. Don't have to go 200, but it is dark, so it helps. I'm just going to take this now before anybody comes. Oops, it goes off. And I'm focusing on the lamp, 2-second timer, and hopefully nobody comes in shot. And let's have a look on the back of the camera. Whoop, don't knock the camera over. So where am I? Can't even see what I'm doing here. There it is on the back of the camera. I think that's going to be all right. I might have to crop out this whiteness a bit and zoom in. In fact, I'll go a bit closer and try and take another one a little bit closer. If we look back at the other side of the archway, I've come through the archway now, and I've gone through the tungsten section, or the orange section, and then I've moved out behind a lamp just above me. And the nice thing about this image, I've got the archway, and you can see through the arch. So your eyes are drawn to the light, of course, but you're seeing through the arch. As always with night photography, the challenge here is trying to control these highlights, because this is going to be a really difficult thing. So you want to see through there, so it doesn't need to be too dark, but you don't want it too light because it'll blow out those highlights. I've just gone for, obviously, matrix metering. I'm just going to go with this 6 second exposure. I've gone for f8 just to make sure I get everything in focus. as everything I want to be in focus. So I'm going to take this now. Let's see how this works. 2-second timer, 8-second exposure, 6-second exposure, sorry, f8 and ISO 200. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. I'm hoping that's going to be quite nice. The orange glow is going to add a little bit of extra to it. I think it's going to be quite nice. Let's have a look at that on the back of the camera before I show you. I might have to cut this out. I might have been able to get a bit closer. I might just do that, get a little bit closer and use this railing to lead your eye to this lamp. So I'm just going to do that now. I'll get a little bit closer. I'll take another one and I'll show you that in a second. That's typical really. There I am saying I've got a lack of motivation and I take one picture and before you know it I've taken 3. It's crazy really. It just proves that the only way to overcome that lack is just to get started, just to go out and just try and take one picture and before you know it you're on a roll and you're going to take lots more. Once again, I've just spotted the archway behind me, which is the medieval Bishop's Palace, the archway into the grounds, and I wasn't planning to turn this video into an archway photography video, but I think it's looking that way. So I've taken a few pictures of archways really, and I'm going to give that a try now. So I'm going to walk down and see if I can get a nice composition of the archway into the Bishop's Palace, and we'll see. So I've got no idea if you can see this, to be honest. All I can see is a bit of something on the back of my camera, but fortunately, I managed to get both archways in. So I've got the outside archway, which is this one, despite the fact that I've got this 45mm lens. I think I have anyway. Maybe not. Either way, I've got the archway in with my 45mm lens. I've gone for a 6-second exposure, f5 again, base ISO, which is 200, and matrix metering. And I'm just going to go with that. And I'm going to hit the button now, 2-second timer. What I might try and do is come back a little bit and try and get the second archway in and trying to get them both in. I'm not sure if I can because this is sloped, but let's have a look. Car's just coming now, so I'm really pleased I got this done because that would have been quite annoying if that car would have shined its lights. So it's turned them off now, which is great. The cathedral is lit up purple tonight, which is really impressive. It really looks nice. And I think it's because it's 5 years since COVID, 5 years since Boris told us all to stay at home.
You must stay at home.
For this image, there's a man standing there. So I'm going to take this now while I can and I'll describe it to you. So I'm just focusing in the middle of, in fact, I'm going to focus on the man and just take the picture. Hopefully he's not going to move. He's moving. Hopefully stands still while I'm taking that shot. I've gone really high ISO, 1250. 1/8 of a second and f1.8 to get that shot. So I've got a picture of the Exchequer Gate Arch with that man in it, and I've gone f1.8 and high ISO just to try and get that. Hopefully that will be sharp, and we'll see. It seems like my batteries are running flat, so I think I ought to finish this video. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you're not like me and you're motivated to get out to take some pictures. But I do hope you enjoy the arches around Lincoln. It wasn't what I was planning to take photos of. If you have, why don't you give it a thumbs up and give it a like? And if you're enjoying this content I'm trying to create, then why don't you subscribe to the channel? It's free. You can do it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it would really, really help the channel. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.